Like any self-respecting Gen Z, I obviously asked ChatGPT to write this introduction for me. Of course, I prompted precisely Matthew McConaughey groove and a Swiss touch of Marina Rollman. So in theory, it should be elegant, witty, and a little soulful. Let's see. Artificial intelligence is moving fast, like seriously fast. It's already shaping how we work, think, and sometimes speak. And yet, at the same time, most of us don't fully understand what it actually does. It feels blurry, abstract, and intimidating. So naturally, we need people who can navigate and translate all of this. Not just technical experts. We seem to have plenty of those, especially here in Lausanne, where Famous School teaches future world leaders how to code and not be coded. We need people who can make these topics personal, directly applicable in our everyday life. Dalith Steiger-Gablinger has taken this mission to heart. As co-founder of SWISSCOGNITIVE, she helps organizations and individuals navigate a rapidly evolving landscape while also making sure AI remains responsible, accessible, and inclusive. At the intersection of strategy, innovation, and human judgment, she builds bridges between startups, corporates, between vision and execution, and perhaps most importantly, between what AI can be and what it should be. So, without any further help from AI, I'm very pleased to welcome Dalith to the stage. Thank you. Oh, can you take that one? Thank you. Dalith, welcome. You started working on AI before it became a global buzzword. Can you take us back to when you first realized that it changed everything?
Yes, indeed. Thanks a lot for having me, and I'm actually only the avatar. Why should I be here? Now, joke aside, this is exactly what we love, actually, being amongst people and not giving everything out to the technology. When I was introduced the first time to AI, that was back in 2014 at a Gartner event in Barcelona, and I saw this huge billboard with digital employee, and it was like clear to me immediately, this is the future, and it's going to come much earlier than we think. Because we as human beings are always chasing ourselves, want to be more efficient, more effective. But what I realized by then is, if we're doing this, where is the human being? And where does it lead for the new generation, the young generations? And this is where I realized that I would like to pioneer and make sure that all the steps are going to be reasonable, responsible, and especially towards the young generation, because every decision, I'm going to be 55. Every decision my generation is taking, it's not about us. It's about your generation and the younger one.
Today, you're shaping how companies and ecosystems approach AI. What is the real value that you bring to these organizations when they come to you?
Well, I only can tell you what they tell me. The real value is that we show them how they can turn such a challenging technology into real ROI, return on invest, but never forget the human being, the employee, who are the most valuable asset of every company. So we show them how they can do progress. It's not only about efficiency and optimization, it's really about also building new business models, finding new ways, and this always human-centered.
You operate at the intersection of technology, businesses, and societies. How do you personally define responsibility when helping organizations adopt AI at scale?
That's a good question, and everyone has his own view on responsibility. And let me start with one thing, especially in the world of AI, when people talk about the ethical, responsible AI, it's very important that whatever we discuss about responsibility is being judged within a culture context. Because whatever we do here in Switzerland, in Europe, It's going to be different. So this is the first responsibility, to accept and include other cultures. So doing this in a way, in a responsible way, is to, when we start to think, what will be the outcome? Is it inclusive? What does it mean for the society? And this is what we think is the most important, that we look out of the lenses of the human being. Do we want to be in such a world? How does it affect the young generation? And is it really worth to invest in this direction, or sometimes it's better to step back?
You're often in rooms that are very male, very technical, and very decisive. Has being a woman ever been an advantage in these environments?
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, thinking out of the box is one of the most valuable thing that you can do. And I would say I'm looking at it from different lenses. I'm bringing in other perspective. And my main thing was really asking human-centered question in a technical world.
Young people are already growing up with AI as a tool that they use daily. What do they need to learn today to stay in control of it? And what worries you most if we get it wrong?
Very good question, and a question that we're discussing a lot. First and foremost, I think they need to have a good feeling for judgment. Can it be? Is it true? In which context? Do I read or do I perceive something? It's about questioning. It's about thinking, how does it may come out if I prompt in this and this way? It's not only about the tools, it's really about being aware what the power is that can be as a result. So what I really like them to learn is judgment, curiosity, creativity, and stomach feeling.
Thank you. We'll move to the questions from the jury. So, as we ask all nominees, what does Give to Gain mean to you?
Well, let me share with you what my daughters tell about me, and then you see what it means to me. They tell me that my love language is giving and caring. And to give is, I think, something very nice. It's much easier to me to give than to receive, and this is why I'm a little bit nervous also sitting up here, to be honest. To me, give and gain is to share, to give people orientation, especially in the field of AI, where they feel lost. To give people accessibility, to give them security if they feel fear, because especially within the AI era, this is what we see a lot. But also within my family, friends, or in business, this is what I want. It's to empower people to thrive and to flourish, because the future is theirs.
With all the conversations happening around AI, what's one perspective you believe that is still not widely understood?
Oh, well, responsibility and the ethical aspects. I think this is one of the things that people don't really perceive the way. Everyone has his own view on ethics or responsibility, as we just discussed. And this is why I'm saying we always need to look at it from the culture perspective of someone, of a culture, of a company, of a country. This is all about inclusiveness. And if we're standing up and we're going to say, well, this is the ethical way, we are probably not inclusive, and this is not ethical. So this is one of the biggest challenges that I see.
Well, this segment question follows pretty well. As a leader, how do you approach responsibility when helping organizations adopt tools that can have such a wide impact?
Well, it's like when we raise children. It's probably one of the most difficult things. We need to perceive, we need to think what's going to be ahead. And, well, I really ask all the leaders to take time for themselves and to learn with these AI tools, to realize the impact, not only to read about it, not only to be in their bubbles, but really to take the time and use these tools to realize what that means for the responsibility and what can occur out of it.
If you look ahead 10 years, what roles do you hope to have played in shaping AI?
Well, in the era of AI, 10 years is like far, far too much. No idea. And it wouldn't be professional to give you any idea here. The only thing what I can tell you, what I really wish, but not in 10 years, actually every day, is that the leaders of today, that mostly are in my age, take the responsibility about the young generation, that they also try things. Even we think, my generation, that it doesn't work. The younger one, they think differently, and we have to have this conversation with the young ones because it's about their future. So this is what I hope. Not in 10 years, it's going to be too late. Per today, listen to the young generation, see how they challenge the future and what they expect from it, because we're laying the ground for them, and this is a huge responsibility.
Mm-hmm. AI can still feel intimidating or exclusive to many people. What do you think are the biggest barriers of entry today?
Accessibility. I mean, if we look globally, then it's definitely accessibility. Accessibility to internet, accessibility to education. On the other hand, AI can give accessibility to all these things once these people have access to internet. But if we're looking in Switzerland, I think we're doing a pretty good job, but we're still lacking behind in AI literacy. I think still we have people, they talk about it, why they didn't really try it out yet. I always say, well, AI, how do you say, landed between the pub to the pre-K, but a lot of people are still more talking about it than really trying it out. So this is what we're lacking behind.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you.